Welcome to another episode of the Gothic Witches Kitchen. Today is part 2 of Thanksgiving sides. Now, what is one Thanksgiving side that everybody sees on their table year after year after year? I'll give you a hint. It comes out of a can, and most people make it. And it's covered in onions, which make me burp. It's green bean casserole. I do enjoy the green part, at least. But then you get into the water chestnuts and all that weirdness. I could not face another year of having a canned green bean casserole. So today, I'm going to show you a delicious green bean casserole made with fresh green beans and a cheesy and bacony sauce. It's sinful. And don't we all need a little bit of that? Anyway, join me and let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take 2 pounds of fresh green beans, and we're going to blanch them. I have already cut the ends. Look how beautiful they are. They're so delightful. I've already cut the ends off of these green beans. If you do not know how to blanch, I have boiling salted water. Blanching is easy. Carefully drop the green beans into the water. We're just going to do a few at a time. We're not going to do the whole 2 pounds. Well, yeah, let's do the whole 2 pounds. Fuck it. It's the holidays. When you put these in, it's going to cool the water down just a little bit. Wait till it comes back up to a boil, and we're going to boil these for about 2 minutes. Now that they're boiling beautifully, I'm going to put the timer on 2 minutes. And we wait. The timer is done. It's time to take them off. We're immediately going to turn off the eye. Remove them. We're going to place them immediately into a bowl of water filled with ice. That's going to stop the cooking process, and they're going to keep a beautiful green and a bit of crunch. I love them this way. They keep all their nutrients. It's so much healthier than having canned green beans. Not that there's anything wrong with canned green beans. I keep a stock of them in my cabinets. That's a staple. You should always have canned vegetables in your cabinets. But oh, you little runaway bugger. I'm making a little bit of fun here. Ah! Get out, you buggers. The last couple small ones I'll scoop out with the spaghetti fork. If I can. Fucking shit. Nothing's ever easy. Now, they're in their ice bath. And there, they can stay until we need them again, which will be a while. Now that that's done, we're going to move on to step 2. This is the fun part. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take 4 pieces of bacon. I used 5 because if you don't like bacon, you're wrong. So we're going to cut those up into little bits and throw them into this hot pan. They don't have to be very small, and they don't have to be even. And then I'm just going to kind of break them up with my fingers. Bacon. Everybody loves bacon. Everybody loves bacon. Now, the thing is with this bacon, this ain't your breakfast. We're not going to cook it till it's crispy. Just going to give it a stir around. Sorry about the noise. Yes, I've already made a mess on my stove. Don't look at it. We all make messes when we cook. Remember, we're not cooking this crispy. We're only going to cook it for a couple minutes. Then what we're going to add, and you can chop up an onion and throw in there, but me, no. I don't want an onion in my goodness. After this cooks for a couple minutes, we're going to add 3 cloves of garlic, minced. Now, I don't have garlic. I'm not going to mince garlic. I buy it because I like to cheat. Minced garlic works just fine, just fine. So after this is cooked now, I'm going to add the equivalent of 3 cloves of garlic. So good. And then you can add a red pepper chopped up. But instead of buying 1 red bell pepper, I like to get the roasted red peppers, Mount Olive brand, in the can or in the jar. I'm going to get these and I'm going to drain them. I'm actually going to give these a quick chop. I don't want to burn my garlic. I'm going to remove that for a minute. I know that technically a jar is a little more than the equivalent of 1 pepper. I'm guessing it's about 2, but they're so beautiful and so delicious in this dish. Actually, last time I made this, I think I only used half a jar and I wanted more. So we're going to cook this around for a minute. The bell peppers and the garlic and the bacon. Let that bacon get a little more cooked. Not crispy. Oh my gosh, it smells so good in here. All the bell peppers getting coated. Smells like garlicky, bell peppery, bacony goodness. Look how delightful. Now that this is done, I'm going to set this aside. I'm satisfied the bacon's done. It's just weird. I'm not used to seeing my bacon not almost burnt crispy. So when it still looks light and fatty, it freaks me out a little bit. But it will also cook in the oven later. Now I'm going to transfer that and get it off the heat. I need this pan, so I've got to give it a quick wash. Look at the gorgeous mess I've made. Now what we're going to do in this pan is we're going to do Shay's favorite thing. We're going to make a roux. First we're going to use 4 tablespoons of butter. That's half a stick. And Shay and Jennifer should know I was able to cut things without cutting off my fingers with those new knives. Thank you, Shay. I'm going to get this melted up real quick. Where is my... Oh, there it is. This is a medium heat. I'm going to do even amounts of flour and butter. So I will be doing 4 tablespoons of flour in the 4 tablespoons of butter. Come on. Melt, melt, melt. There are a lot of steps to this, it seems, but it's so easy. And like I said, if you cheat a little bit and get stuff that's already minced, or get the roasted red peppers, which I just think has a lot more flavor than just a raw red pepper, and you cut those up, or just a little bit, they're already basically cut, it saves a lot of time. And it's just as good, trust me. Okay. Into this we're adding 4 tablespoons of flour for our roux. I love it. Do not fear the roux. Do not fear the roux. This will not be a dark roux like we made for gumbo. This is just going to be a light one. We're going to whisk this around until it turns into a golden brown roux. This is the oh, it smells so good. Makes me hungry. Makes me feel a little naughty. This is the base of our cheese sauce. And who doesn't love cheese sauce? Keep stirring it. That's the only thing you have to do. It is so easy to make. Just keep stirring. And remember, this is just going to be a gold roux or a light roux or a white roux. Some people call it a golden roux, some people call it a light roux, some people call it a white roux. Tomato, tomato. It's all the same. To me it is anyway, but I'm not a professional. This is good enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pour in a half a cup of half and half. Now, I'm not going to buy a carton of half and half for half a cup. So what you do is you take a half a cup of whole milk and you take 2 tablespoons of melted butter and you add them together. There's my half and half right there. If you see it looks a little congealed, that's because the milk was cold and the butter was hot. That's okay. If you need a cup of half and half, 4 tablespoons of melted butter with 1 cup of whole milk. Keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it. Milk will burn quickly. Now I'm going to take that off just for a minute. We're going to add 2½ cups of whole milk. So we've got our half a cup of half and half in, and that makes our other half. 1, 2, this is a half a cup by the way. 3, 4. Cooking is fun, isn't it? Now we're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to stir this constantly till it thickens up into a beautiful sauce. Try to whisk it around. See how it got a little lumpy? That's just what happens. It'll break up. Now that we've got this a little bit thicker and more incorporated, we're going to add about 1½ teaspoons of salt. I'm worried about salt, so give that a quick stir. We're going to add some black pepper, just to your liking. I like a lot. And then about 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne. That was Vianney. She's one of my special witches. I'm going to give that a little stir in. And now I'm going to stir in, it's supposed to be 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese. I don't have that. In my kitchen, we use what we got. I've got Colby Jack, and it might be a little bit over a cup. I'll never tell. We're going to stir this until the cheese melts. Oh, look at that beautiful goodness. Oh my, this is so worth the effort. Oh, the cheese is melted and thick and gooey. So yummy. Going to turn the heat down, and now I'm going to add my peppers, bacon, and garlic mixture. Get all that out of there, all that goodness. So yummy. This is so delicious. You will love it. Everybody at your Thanksgiving table will be so grateful you did not bring the canned stuff and that you did something a little different. Now, I do understand there are some people that love the canned green bean casserole and that's what they always want regardless. But it doesn't hurt to slip a little something gourmet in. They might decide that they like this best. And if not, that's fine. Make it for yourself because it's just damn good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our green beans and just give them a small toss to coat them. This is probably going to have to be, I don't know if this is going to work. Woo! Got a little wild. Got a little wild. That's a lot. It's okay. Just do what you can. If we have escapees, we'll just put them back. What we're going to do is we're going to pour this, was this hot? No, that one wasn't. Into a large baking pan. Oh, that's heavy. Look at that. Isn't that the most beautiful green bean casserole you've ever seen? So delicious. Now, I'm going to make sure all this is coated and spread out evenly. Gosh, that's freaking... Y'all, for real, I made a pan at my last Thanksgiving, and let me tell you, I didn't even get but a couple of green beans because by the time I got my turkey and stuff on my plate, that was all that was left. And this was requested by my family again this year. But Matt and I are going to have it tonight because we roll like that. Who wants to wait for Thanksgiving for the very good stuff, eh? Look at how gorgeous that is. The absolute best part about this green bean casserole is the fact that you can make it ahead of time. You can make it the day before and stick it in your fridge. And then when we get ready, aka when Matt comes home and fires up the grill, I'll show you how to finish this off. But for right now, I'm going to wrap it up and stick it in the refrigerator. Now, while we're waiting for the oven to preheat at 350 degrees, my husband has just dropped it. And there's the call of my master. My husband just drops the charcoal, so it's time to get this in the oven. I just pulled it out of the refrigerator. Look at how beautiful it is. It smells delicious. Now, we're going to put some panko breadcrumbs on top of it. Damn it, Frederick! I told you to stay out of the pantry. Stop eating things. I gotta have it. He's such a naughty, naughty little boy. Let me zoom in so you can see the goodness. We're just going to put a generous coating of panko on top of this. This is such a nice twist from the fried onions that everybody uses. Panko does not make me burp. If you have digestive issues, this is so much easier. And if you don't, it's just a nice change. Now, we're going to put this in the oven uncovered and bake it for half an hour until it's nice and bubbly and the panko is golden brown. And we'll be back. The timer is done. I actually left it in for about 35 minutes. And then I put it on broil for just a minute to crisp up those pankos and make them so beautiful. Look! Isn't this gorgeous? And it smells so evilly good. I cannot wait. Let me show you up close. This is the kind of thing that makes you excited for dinner. Very excited and very naughty. I feel very naughty. I want to eat it. But wait, because you will burn your tongue on the cheese sauce. Trust me. Mmm. So good. Now it's time to put some on the plate. Oh, so good. My evil minion is whining. Hush. Naughty. It wasn't Frederick that time. Frederick's being quiet. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's so delicious. And now we take a bite of the cheesy goodness. So good. And the green beans are crisp and crunchy, and you can tell that they're fresh. They're not too crunchy. They're not like eating raw. But you can tell, you can taste the freshness. The sauce is full of garlic and that smoky flavor from the bacon. Absolutely delicious. I'm not going to share. You'll have to make your own. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Gothic Witches Kitchen. I do hope that you try this sinful delight and that you let me know down below if you try it and what you think of it. It's so nice and bacony and cheesy. I love it. I do hope that you join me next week for our third and final installment for our Thanksgiving sides. And then after that, we shall start Christmas. I'll see. I cannot finish without my dog squeaking. I'll see you then. Monkey. Where are my tongs? Why do I always lose stuff? Where are my damn tongs? Where in the fuck are my tongs? Son of a bitch. I'm trying not to kill myself with boiling water. I do not know why the monkey is here. Oh, she smells the bacon. Not for monkeys. Monkey, mommy's a little dangerous in the kitchen sometimes. Maybe you should go into the living room. That would be a big help, okay? And you go watch all the kids ride their bikes down the street, okay? This is the most delicious. You will love it. Everybody at your family. And I just said A. I'm not Canadian. What the hell is wrong with me? I do hope that you try it and that you enjoy it. Are you done squeaking? My minion is squeaking. I'll see you next week for another episode where we reach into and think. You're laughing at mommy too. You're laughing too. You're laughing at mommy. I do hope that you join us next week for our third and final. Can I get through one sentence without you squeaking? I do hope that you enjoy me. Not enjoy me.